distractions. If you know me, if I have distractions, I will chase squirrels. So we want to get you guys through this. We want to get you some great information. We're super excited for you guys to be here. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about my story and why I'm so excited to have Justin on to talk to you about this opportunity that we have with Make Wellness. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dixie Fells. I am a mom of four. Been married 20 years, and I live in the beautiful state of Colorado. And my entrepreneurial career actually started 19 years ago. I'm getting ready to celebrate a 19-year anniversary, being an entrepreneur. And what really brought me here, you guys, 19 years ago was I had a newborn. And with that newborn, I had found myself in the back of a room listening to people speaking about what entrepreneurship had done for them. And it was the back of a Mary Kay room. A lot of ladies were talking about their pink Cadillacs. Okay, perfect. There we go. I was echoing there, but you guys, I found myself in the back of a Mary Kay room. I was nursing my newborn baby. They were talking about these pink Cadillacs that they were earning. But for me, all I could think about was freedom. I wanted freedom to be home with my kids. This was my firstborn. I wanted a big family. But with the schedule my husband and I were working, we worked a DuPont schedule to where we would rotate between days and nights. I would come home from my career after nights. We would flip a quarter to see who got to sleep, who had to stay up with the baby. And I knew that this was not something that I can continue to do if, because I wanted to be a mom first, right? And so that's when I really started to bring myself and look into what can network marketing do for me. So long story short, I've been doing this through all of my kids' lives, working my career and then doing the entrepreneurship on the back end. And, it's been very fruitful. There was a lot of successes. There was a lot of failures, but it really built me into who I am. And I don't think I know of any better way to develop into the leader that you want to be, into the wife that you want to be, into the friend that you want to be, when you are connected to a culture and a community like what entrepreneurship brings you. So with that being said, 18 years, lots of failures, lots of successes. A couple years ago, I started to find myself falling out of love with the entrepreneurship and with network marketing. And so I took a break from it, thinking that God had another path for me. But I had the pleasure of being able to work with Justin Prince for 7.5 years in a previous business. And one thing that I missed was the friendships and the culture and the community of all the people I was surrounded by. So I had stepped back for a couple of years. And when I heard that what Justin was doing and the people he was bringing together and the products that, that he was bringing and setting up for us to be able to bring to the market, I knew that I couldn't miss this boat. I knew I had to figure out what was going on. I wanted to be a part of it. So, in August, I raised my hand. I said, give me the NDA. I want to know all the details here. And then here we are in February, you guys, and it's been nothing short of amazing. And that's what we want to talk to you about is, what is Make? What is the vision? Not just short term, but long term. What do we have in front of us? What are the products? And I'm not going to go into that because we have the one and only Justin Prince here that is really going to show you the vision of what he's been creating for so long for us to be able to jump on and help spread. So without further ado, you guys, I want to bring on Justin Prince. For those of you that don't know much about Justin, just know that, he's a husband, he's a father, he's a leader, but of all things, you guys, he's a friend. And if you've ever met him, you know what I mean when I say he is a true, genuine friend that wants to see you succeed. He wants to see you win, and he wants to be able to create that platform for you. You guys, he has built 4 multi-million-dollar businesses. He has spoke, he's been a speaker in over 20 different countries. And with that being said, you guys, there's one quote that has stuck with me for a long time.
Oh. Dixie, I think you may have accidentally muted yourself.
It says the host muted me. Can you hear me now?
Back. Yeah.
We're here, you guys. Hey, if we could do this with these tech issues, anybody could do this. But so I have a lot of people say, well, why make? What made you choose this? And I'm going to leave it at this. There was a quote that says, you always want to bet on the jockey and not the horse. I'm betting on Justin. I know what he's done in the past. I know what he's done for his people. I know what he's capable of. So, of course, I'm betting on Justin because he's created a platform that's going to help anybody succeed, whether you're new in this field, whether you've been here for years, whether you have experience or not. So, with that, Justin, if you'll please come on. Again, thank you so much for giving us your time to really just show people the vision and the mission that we have here with Make Wellness.
Well, Dixie, thank you so much. And man, what an honor to be on with you and with all of you tuning in tonight. My friends, super fired up to be able to meet you at least virtually. You know, here we are virtually together for a few minutes. So first of all, Dixie, you know those people you meet in life, like the very first time you meet them, you're like, you're my kind of person. That was her. Like she just stood out. You meet certain people that they kind of blend in, and there's other people that you meet that kind of stand out. She was just a standout, and just so honored, Dixie, to be partner with you again. So fired up about it. So, my friends, we really value and appreciate you being here tonight. I really feel like the primary discussion tonight is for all of you who are you're basically you're here by invitation. You're a guest, right? Your friend or your family member or your coworker said, will you check this out? I think it's pretty interesting. And maybe they've told you about some of these peptides or these bioactive peptides that you're learning about, or maybe they've told you about this business, this affiliate marketing business that we've talked about. So I wanted to start with two quick premises though, just as we start this conversation. The first one is advice that I got actually from John Maxwell. Some of you are familiar with John C. Maxwell. He wrote like a book called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. He's kind of a famous leadership author. Inc. magazine said he's the world's foremost authority on leadership. He's a pretty special guy. And I was talking to John one time, and he said to me, I was telling about some of the dreams that I have. And I want you just to real quick think about some of your dreams, some of your goals, some of the things that kind of fire you up, kind of wake you up early, keep you up late. You guys remember when we were kids, we would have dreams that were like, I'm going to be an astronaut, or I'm going to be a nurse, or, those kind of things. And we had goals that we had as kids. And then guess what happened to most of us, right? Then you got to pay rent. Then you got to pay the mortgage payment. Then you got kids' soccer. Like, in other words, some of the other things of life start to happen where some of our dreams start getting oftentimes put a little bit on the back burner, to a point where we almost, when we hear about dreams and goals and chasing it, we kind of think, nah, it's not really for me. That's maybe for someone else. Cause we got to kind of just keep the ship afloat. And so I was telling John about some of my dreams and some of my goals, and he kind of stopped me and he said, Justin, he goes, don't tell me about your dreams, show me your team. In other words, he said, to accomplish great dreams, you need a great team. And my friends, one of the things about this group of people that you're with tonight, that your friend that invited you, people like Dixie or Stacy or Kelly or Courtney or this team, you have a team of people that are committed to helping you to accomplish and to achieve dreams that are in your heart. And so the team is actually more important than the dream. If you have a dream, you're going to need a team of people to help you do it. Abraham Lincoln said, if I'm a success today, it's because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. So it's just valuable to have people that around you that pour into you. So that's the first concept. Second concept I want to encourage you to think about so today is February 19th, 2025. And so, a month and a half ago, we were all setting New Year's resolutions. 2025 is going to be my year, that kind of thing, right? Here's what I want you to think about. What if you gave yourself the gift, this is a challenge for all of us. What if you gave yourself the gift, gave your family the gift, gave your spouse the gift, gave your kids the gift, gave your life and career the gift that 1 year from today, you're in the very best shape you've ever been in your whole life? Like, what if you said, you know what, I'm going to do it. Enough is enough is enough. I'm going to drink the water. I'm going to go for the walks. I'm going to eat the healthier food. I'm going to cut out some of the stuff I shouldn't be doing. Maybe lose the 5 or 10 pounds. And you just give yourself the gift of getting in the very, 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 very best shape of your life, to where you don't have that lower back pain like you do, or, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of maybe lose a little bit of the extra weight. It's a challenge that I'm going to take with you. I'm on that journey right along with you. But those two things, what dreams and goals are in your heart? And two is, what if you gave yourself, you said, you know what, I have one life to live. This body that I have this is it. This is my, this is all I get to work with, and I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. So with that said, let me just very quickly, by way of introduction, kind of share with you guys a little bit of my story. So my wife and I live in a place called St. George, Utah. For some of you that are familiar with like Zion's National Park, you've heard of Zion's National Park. By the way, put in the chat if you've heard of Zion's National Park. Do you guys know where that is? In the Red Rocks of Utah. So that's where we live, isn't, near there. And we have 4 kids. My son will be 21 on Sunday. He's my oldest. And then I have a 12-year-old son those are the bookends. And I have 17 and 15-year-old daughters in the middle. And my wife and I have been married 22 years. I'm a daddy first for sure. I'm a husband first for sure, but I'm an entrepreneur second. I've been able to build multiple multi-million-dollar businesses. My last business, we did over 2.5 billion in revenue over a number of year period. And I've been able to travel and speak all over the world, as Dixie talked about. And what I'm doing right now, what you're going to see tonight, by far is the biggest business project I've ever had a chance to work with. The economic upside of what we're about to all go accomplish together is really profound. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some slides that will kind of walk you through what we do. And let's see. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this here in just one sec. Okay. I think you should be able to see that. So we'll see if we can rock and roll. Our company is a company called Make Wellness. We officially launched this company on March 8th. So here in about 3 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks coming up. And we've been shipping products now for the last couple months. We did kind of a pre-marketing time, enrollment pre-marketing time over the last number of months. And we've shipped over 175,000 orders as we opened this idea up. We've been able to generate literally tens of millions of dollars in revenue, pay out over $17 million in commissions. And so it's been pretty spectacular, the response that's happened with Make Wellness. We have an incredible group of people that have come together to do this. And what I love about this is not just kind of your typical wellness brand or affiliate program or direct selling company. This is a company and this is a movement that's redefining the space with authenticity and innovation. So I look at our direct sales space, I look at our country, and I feel like we're in a time where we need something different. The country needs a renewal of value and principle-based leadership where we can make health smarter and make purpose clear and make better leaders and make bodies healthier, make communities thrive, make minds sharper. We built a company to really with the goal of a long-term company. So part of what's interesting with my background is I've spent the last 20 years in the field. It's kind of like a founder from the field. And I know what it's like to pay your utility bills and buy your kids' soccer practice and, pay rent and pay mortgage using direct sales commissions, starting at the bottom and having a dream and a goal and working hard and servicing customers and building a team and so on, pouring into people. I've been able to become a best-selling author, and travel the world. But my friends, it wasn't always just a straight-up ride for me. My first business failed, below zero financially, back on credit cards, back on taxes, wondering if it's ever going to be possible for me, working 2 part-time jobs, moved my pregnant wife and the 2 kids in the loft of my wife's parents' garage, 2 kids sleeping in the closet, my wife and I sleeping in this little loft area. And I feel like I have a lot of very interesting and important perspective on what we go through as business owners and particularly home business owners and folks that are actually like, man, I got these big goals and big dreams, but I got all the pressure to provide. How do I make this thing happen? And so I think this idea of a founder from the field, I think is really powerful. Now, what makes it powerful is this incredible team that we put together. Dixie talked about not betting on the horse, but on the jockey. And this team is really the jockeys. It's kind of a way to think about it. It's like this leadership, mentorship team. So I'll walk very quickly through our team, because to me, the number one question you should be asking if you're going to venture, start into a new venture is basically who owns and operates the company. Because at the end of the day, their vision, their integrity, their know-how is what's going to ultimately dictate the company. Truman Hunt is our chairman of the board. Truman is actually the former CEO of a company called Nu Skin. Many of you have actually heard of Nu Skin that are familiar with the direct sales space. They're a 40-plus-year-old gold standard, publicly traded direct selling company. Truman took them from 700 million to 3.2 billion. And he's one of the true minds, truly great minds in our space. Justin Serra, man, Justin Serra was really the catalyst, kind of from the corporate side or the company side, as I was maybe the catalyst from the field side, in our last 10 years doing 2.5 billion in a turnaround situation where we took a company that had 8 years of failing revenue and we turned this company around and kind of build a startup and a turnaround all at the same time. Bob Finnegan, he worked with some of the top retail brands in the world. He's a marketing and branding design, genius. Tyler Whitehead, those of you that are familiar with direct sales, Tyler Whitehead was the former CEO of Arbonne. And so you have the former CEO of Nu Skin, former CEO of Arbonne. It's kind of a unique group. Mark Bartlett is, for the last 30 plus years, has been a scientist and a PhD and a product formulator. He's worked both with the National Cancer Institute, National Institutes of Health, and then for 27 years was the lead scientist for a multi-billion-dollar nutrition company. Alan Jones is our director of research. Alan's really interesting. He has a huge background in manufacturing and in product formulation. His products that he's formulated have sold over $6 billion in the market. And so just an incredible group of people that's come together. Now, for me, as I was, analyzing, should I participate in this business concept, when we started to get introduced to peptides, and here's what I want to share with you. I think if we were to come off mute and have a conversation, I would say to you, have you ever heard of peptides? And my guess is our knowledge base would go from what is a peptide to I love peptides, right? And you're maybe even on peptides now. So I was introduced to peptides about 3 years ago. It literally changed my health. So I want you to know, I've always eaten healthy. I've always cared. I've always tried. I've always worked out. But literally, peptides changed my health and changed my wife's health. And so as I was kind of, over the last year plus contemplating what I want to do with my future, I thought, what if you could bring peptides to the world in a more interesting and unique way? Now, first of all, a peptide is a small chain amino acid where proteins are long chains, peptides are small chains. Protein, as you know, is the building block of your body. Peptides are the building block of proteins. Way to think about it. Another way to kind of conceptually think about peptides is if a peptide is a key, your DNA is a lock. And so it helps to unlock your DNA to work at its highest level. And there's challenges kind of with the traditional peptides today, though. They're synthetic chemical compounds that come from a lab. And we ended up partnering with some of the top research institutes in the world. These are companies that are using artificial intelligence data platforms to identify, isolate, and do human clinicals with peptides from nature. And we believe that Mother Nature is the ultimate biochemist. And so instead of these therapeutic peptides that you have to inject or that are these synthetic chemical compounds, we thought, what if we could introduce the world to bioactive precision peptides? So think about it this way. It's like nature-based precision peptides. Now, precision is an interesting word because these peptides can actually, with precision, they're cell signaling. So they affect all systems of our body. And so you can actually go after the different systems. And so whether the goal is, sleep or muscle gain or weight loss, fat loss or menopause or hair care or skin care, we have this entire incredible roadmap of products. We've launched 4 peptide products so far. And this year we'll have another huge launch, these different verticals. So for me, from a business perspective, as you and I are having this discussion, kind of thinking about, man, is this a good business? No product will go to the moon forever. So even the iPhone changed the world, but you guys know how it is. None of us could go sell iPhone 1 today. It's because it will kind of have its life cycle, right? Well, when that happens, you imagine we build the biggest sales force in the world that are the best in the world at selling bioactive precision peptides, but then we have different product verticals. And the different verticals get us into other spaces, again, whether it's sleep, energy, stress, weight loss, beauty, longevity. So it's kind of body, brain, beauty, and beyond with longevity. Now, I'll walk you through our 6 products, and we have a ton deeper research or ton deeper information. So I'm going to go relatively quick. But here's one thing I would share with you about peptides is a lot of the ones you hear about today are things like BPC 157 or TB 500. They're kind of these scientific names, it's kind of hard to relate to them. All of our peptide products are built with this idea of I am statements. So like I am fit, I am lean, I am energized, I am focused. And I kind of like to tease people, and I'll share this with you. Wouldn't it be nice to, is there anyone that would not like to be fit, lean, energized, and focused? I think all of us are like, you know what? I'm in for all of those, please. And so as I walk you through these, you'll kind of see even the naming convention as we go through it. So first is fit. What you're going to love about fit, my friends, is fit's going to help you to maintain and build lean muscle. It's also going to help you to recover more rapidly. And here's what I want you to know about muscle. You don't have to be a bodybuilding champion. You don't have to be a CrossFit warrior, to care about lean muscle. Lean muscle is the fountain of youth. In fact, they've said that people that have higher lean muscle, they'll basically live 17% longer. It's just so important. It's like the secret to staying youthful and fit and active. What FIT does is it has the peptide ingredients in here support natural muscle recovery process. So it increases what's called your muscle synthesis, so you can recover more rapidly after your workouts. We naturally lose our muscle mass as we age. That's why if you think of like an elderly person, they kind of shrunk, as it were. They lose a lot of their muscle mass. So FIT is a drink that you'll take every morning. It tastes kind of like an orange juice, is a way to think about it, but it's a stick pack. So you get all of the peptides running through the gut with no injections. Lean, what you're going to love about lean is lean helps you to target fat, the loss of fat, without losing muscle. And so it's naturally derived metabolic support and appetite curbing that decreases cravings, enhances metabolic wellness. And it's a healthy weight management support. It's going to basically help to regulate your ghrelin and your leptin, which is your satiety and hunger hormones. I take FIT in the morning. I take one lean in the morning and I take one lean in the afternoon. So like about lunch. And so I take these just kind of to start my day. And then we have hydrated. Now, hydrated and calm are our support products. So they actually support the uses of the peptides in the products. Hydrated, you're going to love. For those of you that have heard of Salt Lake City, Utah, Salt Lake City is because of the Great Salt Lake. That's where it got its name. We get these salts, these mineralized salts from the Great Salt Lake. So there's no artificial dyes or sugars. It tastes amazing, but it's not just going to help you to get more water. It's going to help you to get more hydration because you're getting all those minerals as well. And then Focused has peptides from ginkgo biloba that enhance memory, improve concentration, fight brain fatigue. Have you guys ever had it about 2 o'clock in the afternoon? You're like, oh my gosh, I can't get anything done. You're just kind of tired, or it's hard for you to laser focus. What this also has is Lutamax Brain, which protects against eye strain and blue light exposure. So think about it this way. It's like, we're all looking at our screens all the time. So it's really going to help you to focus. A buddy of mine from a marketing, he said to his wife, he was writing this marketing pitch for Focus, and he basically said, "Why are my keys in the fridge, in the refrigerator?" And his whole thing was, "What the heck am I doing? Why are my keys in the fridge?" That kind of thing. Focus is going to help you to get dialed in. Energized, man, you are going to love Energized. This has peptides from ginseng. And what I love about Energized is, first of all, when you take an energy drink, you're taking, number one, synthetic caffeine, synthetic versus natural caffeine. Number two, you're getting a bunch of other just really gunky ingredients. But number three, here's the other third problem, is an energy drink is going to spike up your adrenals and it's going to crash you after. What this one is doing is what Energize is doing is it's energizing the body at a cellular level. So it's balancing energy levels and increasing alertness and reducing both physical and mental fatigue, but it's doing it literally from like the ground up. So it's like recharging your batteries versus burning out your adrenals. And it has the natural slow release caffeine. So what it is, it's kind of a smooth ride like this versus a big, huge up and a big, huge down, and it tastes amazing as well. And then lastly is Calm. Calm really does four things. It has stress reduction, improves your sleep quality, enhances cognitive function, and then just overall mood support. Calm, do you guys remember when we were little kids, they had pixie sticks? I don't know if you guys remember those. You kind of tear them off and just pour it right into your mouth. That's what's called direct to mouth. That's how you take Calm, every single day. So I take that one before I go to bed. All of our products meet our pure promise and our clean slate standards. So there's transparency and purity are just kind of the calling card in all of our ingredients. Lastly is our kind of come to market strategy. So here's the way we look at it, my friends, is if you think of aloe vera, if I said, have you ever heard of aloe vera? What are you going to say? You're going to say, of course I have. If I said to you, have you ever heard of antioxidants? What are you going to say? You're going to say, of course I have. If I say to you, have you ever heard of essential oils? You're going to say, of course I have. All of those companies came to market through what's called direct selling. Direct selling is where like a friend tells a friend who tells a friend. And the idea is instead of you build this community of people that are passionate about products that are affiliates for a company that are marketing it word of mouth. And it's not only the most efficient way to bring a product to market, but it's these are companies that generate literally tens and tens and tens of billions of dollars in revenue with that model. But we pay instead of paying ads or running Meta or Facebook or Google ads and so on. We pay you. We'll pay you to refer these products to fall in love with them yourself and then refer them. We believe that simple is the new sexy. We have everything's based on you can do it all from your phone. You can do it all from your apps. We have leadership development. We have tools. We're actually launching an entirely new system here in the next 2 weeks that I can't wait for you to see. It'll be kind of a cutting edge system that no one else has. So just a lot of really incredible things happening to be able to help you to run a business. And then what you're also going to love about this versus a traditional affiliate program is in a traditional affiliate program, you'll make oftentimes about 3 to 20% commissions. Here you can earn up to 40. But in addition to that, it's kind of a one and done. You make a sale and then you have to go move on to someone else. With this, all of those repeat purchases you can earn commissions on as well. Our comp plan is designed for the modern affiliate. At one of our core ranks that we have, when you have an average of about 10 to 12 customers, we have a $500 top-up guarantee. So you're earning at least $500 to help you to start to build your business. And again, you can run the entire business all mobilely enabled, all from your apps, all from your phone. So when you're in the carpool line, when you're at your lunch break, you can start to generate additional income. I went to lunch with a kind of a wealth advisor, kind of a financial services friend of mine today. And I said to him, I said, I have so much passion for helping people to earn additional income. By the way, one of our affiliates is his client. And he sat down with she and her husband and was looking at her income. He's like, oh my gosh, what in the world are you doing? He's like, he said to me, he goes, I cannot believe people are making that much money in your company already. Like, what's happening? But what my additional passion is, my friends, is to help you to really not just to earn income, in essence, to earn additional income. It's to help you to build a financial fortress around your family to where the rains can fall, the winds can blow, economies can go up, economies can go down, but you have financial security and financial strength, which obviously comes from more than just generating income. It comes from learning how to minimize your expenses and build cash flowing assets. That's part of what we teach in our community. Now, what I'll share with you, I wrote a best-selling book called Be the One. The whole concept is this. It's to be the one that lives a life. Be the one that writes a story that future generations know who you are. Your life matters, has value and purpose and meaning. And, we talked a lot about those dreams to start the call. If you have dreams in your heart, we have a team to help you to achieve that dream. We have a team, both our entire customer service departments, our warehouses, our product manufacturing. We have all those teams, but we have the team that invited you tonight. It's a team of people that are committed to helping you to achieve, those goals and dreams. There's a great book titled Chase the Lion, written by a Christian pastor named Mark Batterson. And basically what the book says, so it's an old Bible story. So check this out. There's an Old Testament story about a guy named Benaniah that he tells the story about in the book. And what it says is that he chased a lion into a pit on a snowy day. All right, so question number one, how many friends do you have that chase lions into pits on snowy days? The answer for most of us is not that many. It makes Benaniah rare. And my friends, anything that's rare is more valuable. So like a friendship that's rare is more valuable. A diamond that's rare is more valuable. A baseball card that's rare is more valuable. A business like this, a community like this is really rare stuff. This stuff is really valuable, right? Well, this book, Chase the Lion, basically means the lion's the dream. Because what he said is that most of us hear the roar in our heart, of our dreams calling like, you can do it, go for it. And but when we hear the roar, Mark Batterson says that most people either ignore the roar or they run from the roar. And he said the challenge is to chase the lion, is to run to the roar. And that's part of what I would encourage you to be thinking about is, as you hear about a business like this and a way to get in the best shape of your life and a way to chase your dreams and make dreams and goals happen, have a team of people that are committed to helping you do that. I'm going to encourage you to run to the roar. You know what I'm saying? To go chase the lion, go run it, go chase it down. Winston Churchill said during World War II, he says, there comes to every man and woman that special moment when they're figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered the chance to do a special thing, something that's unique to them and fitted to their talents, something that will be their finest hour. My friends, this is that like figurative tap. This company hasn't even officially launched yet. It's kind of a company with a team of destiny, kind of a company of the future. And so I hope that when you hear about Make Wellness, a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, you hear with the smile on your face saying, literally, I was one of the founding affiliates of that company. I was one of the very first people to do it, versus looking back kind of with a feeling of regret, saying like, what could have been or should have been or would have been if I would have gotten started. So it really comes down to two questions. One, would you want to be a customer? To be a customer, we'll give you a referral code. You click on the code, you can make your product purchase. There's no fee to be a customer. And then the other question is, would you want to be an affiliate? Would you want to, not only get healthy, but also chase kind of some of your financial goals, right? And there's no fee to be an affiliate. We'll send you a link and you can, make your product purchase and you can kind of pick what you want and we'll kind of get you started from there. So I'm going to encourage you or invite you to get back with the person that connected you to this information tonight, have them assist you in the enrollment process. And my invitation to you is to go chase those dreams, to go chase those goals. My friends, that stuff's not planted on accident. Dreams aren't on accident. The stuff's planted in your heart. You feel that roar in your heart of like, God, I know I can go for it. And that stuff is planted, and then you get opportunities to go make those things happen. So, man, what an honor to be on with all of you tonight. Dixie, thanks for getting us started. Appreciate you guys being so patient during kind of the slower tech start there. And we look forward to hopefully having a chance to meet you in person. So look forward to it. Thank you so much. Get back with the person that connected you and have them, assist you. And we can't wait to meet you guys in person.